It says scheduled. There we are. Hello, everybody. We are the Mad Scientists. I'm Mad Frankie over here, and over there is Violet Igor. And together we make the Mad Scientists. There we are. Not too bad at all. What are you doing? You're dopey.
A little bit. Hi, everyone.
I will now put my headphones on because I didn't put
Yes,
them on
put
yet.
your headphones
Hang
on. Fran's on it. Fran's still on an inky roll, and she's got me interested
Headphones are on.
and researching. So hopefully y'all will like what we come up with today too. So let's see what she's got.
Hello, everybody. I have got some magazines here, zines. I've got some stuff that arrived, like licorice powder,
Hi, Anne.
purple moss. No idea what that is. It's definitely sort of hard and crunchy, so it's moss that has dried. It might be that spirulina that I've never been able to find anywhere. And if it produces purple, yay! Bilberry powder, which means I can eat my blueberries without having to sacrifice some for ink.
Hi,
And
Eddie.
here-
Welcome. So nice to
Hi,
see
Eddie.
you.
Here I've got black walnut powder. So the fact that I can't get any walnuts or the cases or anything, or find my walnut tree in my garden, although Ian swore he had, but then I went and looked and I thought, I'm not convinced. So I at least use that. Then we've got myrrh gum powder. Ian says, haven't we got some of that? I said, no, we've got frankincense gum in nodules, like you get from the frankincense tree. We got that when we were in Oman and brought a load home with us. I have no idea where it is, but this is myrrh gum, which is the other one. So obviously you can do something with that.
Hi, Martha.
And then there's elderberries. Elderberries.
Those used to be so wild where I used to live.
Yeah, we used to have elderberries in our garden, but I haven't seen any for a while. So whether they're still there or not, I don't know. I used to make elderberry champagne.
My dad
Which
made
is
elderberry wine.
Yeah, I've made that as well. Yes, my uncle used to make it as well. So we've got those, which just arrived today, and these arrived in the same post. So something nice to look at. And I was looking around. We've got some Alexanders growing wild on the roadsides. And I thought, I wonder if Alexanders will make dye. I haven't checked that out yet, but I wondered if there was any here, down. We're quite close to a common, so I wondered if there was any there. I went and had a little drive round. I didn't get out and walk. I should. To see if there was any there, and there wasn't. But I turned around in the churchyard car park, and when I got into the churchyard car park, I saw these growing in a corner. I thought, oh, wonder if those are alkanet. I mean, I know they're alkanet, but are they Alcana tinctoria or anchusa or pentaglossis? And I think they're pentaglossis, actually, which is green alkanet. But I haven't been able to find a definitive identification for Alcana tinctoria. But it seems to grow in Europe almost everywhere, but there's no mention of the UK. And it definitely grows in India, but I've not seen it in the UK, so I don't know how to identify it from this, which I think is, as I say, the green alkanet. But there we go. I mean, I would probably ask the people that look after the church if I can have some of the roots in autumn or something and see if I can try and get some dye from it, because you can still get dye from the green alkanet. It's just not as good as the one from the other one.
Hi, Colleen. Breathe.
Yeah. Just trying to be quiet.
Yep.
Right. So these are the magazines I got. I got them done by Rebecca Desnos. And these are quite interesting. He's talking about dyer's chamomile there. Getting dye from woad. I used to grow that in my garden. So there's some wonderful things. Coreopsis should give you a nice yellow. Oh, there we are, Coreopsis. There we are. And that's another gum I haven't got. I've only got the gum Arabic. Gum Arabic.
There you go. And those
Arabic.
remind me of marigolds. I always think of marigolds.
Yeah. Well, you can make dye with marigolds as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I've also got this. Oat Gorlink.
100% natural ingredients.
Rainwater. Yeah.
See, I said I love the idea of rainwater. Oak galls. What's your moving woman?
Copperas.
Oh, okay. Gum Arabic.
Gum Arabic and clove. Copperas is verdigris from copper. So if you get copper and put it in vinegar, like I did when I was doing those nice experiments earlier, just playing about with getting patterns on copper, getting the verdigris to make a nice pattern. If you do it for quite a while, you can end up with a green liquid that you can use.
Oh, Eddie's over there giving a group hug. Watch out, everybody. Eddie's giving group hugs.
Yeah, everybody beware.
Good stuff.
So this is a lovely magazine. I like this Rebecca Desnos. And in fact, she's in the UK as well, which is great for me because it means she doesn't talk about pokeweed all the time when I can't get it. Although I have tried to get, I've ordered some seed to see if I could maybe grow some. And I know it will grow in this country because Ian took me on a magical mystery tour to a Saxon maze when we were living in Reading in Berkshire. And at the Saxon maze, they had the most marvellous herb garden. And they had pokeweed in there. So I know it grows in this country. So it could be possible. Could definitely be possible. So we've got that one, which is quite nice. This one is volume 2 of Plant Forage Make. I don't know if this is volume 1, Plant Dye Zine, and she changed the name, or whether there is a Plant Forage Make volume 1. I couldn't see it. But there's another one here, Botanical Dyes on Wood. I thought that might be quite interesting. And Grow Your Own Colour, same lady. So these are quite good fun to look at. This one, the Lost Found Art of Paint Making. So that sounded quite interesting. Just to see what was in there and what it could do things with. Talks about turpentine and palette, pH, which is something I need to think about because you can have a plant in your pot and you can add vinegar to it. Some people add vinegar because it's a preservative, but if you add vinegar, it's an acid. So you'll get a particular colour from using that. But if instead you use baking soda, you get a different colour. If you remember from Monday, my red cabbage gave me green with soda, and I got more of a purple with vinegar. So I got the original purpley blue, and I got a deeper purple with vinegar, and then I got a green, distinct green with baking soda. So you get 3 different colours from one plant using an acid and a base in different concoctions. So that's quite clever. So if you're making something in a pot, you know, brewing it up in the method you're supposed to do, and you've added alum, and then you want to add a base like baking soda, that can make it froth, and it can change the pH. And if you're doing this and you're not getting the dye particles coming out of the solution and settling on the bottom, it could be because you've either put too much of the baking powder in, or too much of the vinegar. And if you have a pH strip, you can test to see what's happening in that water, and then you'll know more about what you're doing. So I thought that was a brilliant idea to get some of those. So I've ordered some. And here I've got some different paintbrushes because I want to have a go putting some marks on these to create something from the splotches we got the other day. You know, I've got all these different things going on here. Some may be better than others. Like we can almost see something in this one already.
Yep.
That would be pretty good fun. You know, you could find shapes in there and turn them into things. That's quite a good one, I think, that one.
They all dried really nicely. I mean,
they did, didn't they? Yes.
Yeah,
It's lucky I put the numbers on there so that I knew what they were. This one doesn't have any because what I did with this was just to pick up excess from that one, I think, as well. So mostly from that one, some from one of the others, possibly.
Get some nice colors there, though.
I should think. And I probably added a bit more as well. Or possibly I used this one to pick up from that one. I can't remember. But I had a lot of fun. So we'll look at these to see what we might be able to do with it. I've got this lovely dagger here. Look at the shape of that paintbrush. Ooh, thin as a knife. Lovely. So I'm going to have some play with those. And before we do that, we're going to have a little look at this, which is left over.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was a reset, a redo because it wouldn't come up correctly.
Yeah, I wanted to capture the bottom bits. Oh, it's still not coming, not all of it. Some of it has.
It may be as good as it gets. Yep, this
Yeah,
is the right.
Yeah, that'll do. I've got more there than I had before.
City perspective stencil and duck pilot.
There we go. So I've got a little bit more definition down here. There's still a tiny bit left there, but it's not as much as it was. So I've got quite good definition there. I've got the duck pilots here, both of them. I did two here with two different sizes. Yeah. So that's pretty nice. I like the flame color, don't you? And this bit of spotting here is great. It's helping with the distance, I think, almost. As if there's some fireworks going off or guns going off in the distance if the duck pilot is a World War II duck pilot, who may simply be a steampunk duck pilot in a different universe. So there we are. That's him. Now, wasn't there another one? I did totally condition that big plate, the 12x14. This one now needs an attack. Yeah. If we've got time, I might have a go at it, but I've got to peel off all this stuff with some sellotape and then put this stuff on. This ultimate chopping board oil, Papa Oki. I like this. It's nice. It's blended with organic lemon and lime extracts. I wonder if it smells like that. I can't remember now.
So I wanted to ask you, have you made any more inks in the last couple of days since Monday?
No, I haven't. Okay. No, I've been resting up because I wasn't too well yesterday.
Yeah.
I had a bit of a tummy ache and wasn't very happy. So, yes. So I didn't do much with that. But I did the avocado before, didn't I? Because I've still got bits of that in the fridge. I did do the avocado, didn't I?
I think so. I have one avocado left that I probably won't eat because the last avocado I ate was quite well, and I think this one is beyond eating now. So,
right.
So when I cut it open, I'll not only have the pit and the peel, I'll also have the avocado itself.
I wonder whether that makes any difference.
I don't know. I've made avocado solution before, and I've dyed papers with it, gotten beautiful pink papers. But I've not used it as an ink. It never occurred to me to use it as an ink.
I might cut that down. I think I can see something in one side that would work better on its side like that. I don't know. I might just have a go. But those two, I think, are possibles.
Mariah has a comment. She says we were wondering where and how you were doing.
Yeah, I did look at the stream on Tuesday, but I didn't comment at all because I wasn't feeling great. But I did watch what you were doing with the flowers. So I didn't watch all of it, but I did watch some. But I'll go back and watch the rest later. Okay. Right. I'll just pick up my water, which is down here. There we go. Right. Because I might need to rinse. So I've got a pen here as well, just in case. Now somewhere I've got the ink stand. There it is.
A pen as in, hi Trish, as in a...
dip pen.
Yep, that's what I thought you meant.
Yep, my dip pen. So I've got that as well. Let me put that at the top. Right. Oh, that's not even on properly. No wonder it was leaky. Look at that. Okay. So I can see something here on this one already. So where's the oak gall ink? Here we are. Let's try a little bit of this on my base thing because I want to see what it does.
It'll do.
Not too bad, is it?
Not too bad. Quite small for those of us with tiny eyes.
Sorry. Where's the lid? Where's the lid gone? There it is. This is liable to fall over otherwise, you see. So I'll have to be careful.
Colleen, is that what you were saying you would buy a pint of? Hi, Carla. The oak gall ink? Yep, now I can see it. Thank you very much.
Lovely. I do find that I take more time when I'm using a pen, like a dip pen. I take more time controlling what I'm doing.
Well, and we were talking about script. So if that's the case, you should use your dip pen to do your script.
It does dry out quite quick though. There we go. So I'll give that a little rinse first. Pop it in there. Now I'll use these pens.
Everybody said hi to you, just so you know.
Hi, everybody. I don't know if you're there or not. I'm relying on Igor to tell me what's happening. And if Eddie says anything funny, I want to know.
Really? Just Eddie? Not Paula, too?
Well, yeah, but I expect it of Eddie.
Okay, center your picture and then fix your camera before you get all that inky stuff out.
Oh, sorry.
Let's get the camera fixed. Because I want to see everything you do. I don't want to miss a drop. Okay.
Let me get it a bit further down like that. I long for a proper camera. I've got one. It's just getting it to work.
Yep.
There we go. That's about all in, isn't it? Yep. Yeah. There we go.
All right.
Right. So I'll get this. I can see something here. I can see something.
Well, you need to go with your intuition. If whatever you see.
Yeah, I swear I can see something there. So I'm putting the cap on because I'll knock it off if I don't. I know I will. So I can see a strange animal here.
I have a habit because I know when I sit at my desk here with oh, I see it. You got a chubby dinosaur.
Something like that.
Or something, yeah. I have a habit when I'm using a cup that's I'm not used to and I'm concerned I'm going to knock it over or drop it. I will put it in a another cup with a handle. I have to have cups with handles, and that gives it more of a balance. So you should have a little cup or something on the side with a handle that you could put your bottle in. That way you could keep it open and less likely to knock.
Yeah, that's a thought. I could nip and get one from the kitchen if you hang on a second.
I'll hang on if it makes you
Okay.
feel better. That way you can keep that
Oh,
bottle open.
yeah, I don't want to drop it all the way.
Hi, Lydia. Trying to balance my art and outside work. I meant to get outside today for a little sunshine and I didn't do it. I got caught up looking for stuff and then setting stuff up for the stream today.
I'll also shift the ink box closer so I can grab it.
Wednesdays, we stream from my StreamYard. So I'm in control. See, I can knock her right off. Look at that. I can make her go away. Look at that. Oh, I've been tatting.
That is a very good idea.
Can you see
Right.
what they are?
Right. Oh, headphones.
Bring her back.
Merrily going to start again without my headphones on.
I have the power.
You have the power.
And in the time that you were gone, the ink that you had already put down is still discernible. I could still see it. Now you've darkened it up, but I could still see it.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool. He looks
I
like
like the directionability of this. What's it called? Dagger.
he's got some really fat, clunky feet down there, if that's what they are. I guess you'll have to decide.
I
He's
think
fighting with,
actually
yeah, he might be fighting with an octopus, is what it is.
could be. Could be.
Yeah. Breathe. Really, Colleen? Let me see. Lots of buffering. It may be only at your end, Colleen, because I'm not seeing it yet. What is that?
Good question.
I hate to say what I think that could possibly be. We're just going to move on. We're just going to move. We're not going to say it. Okay, maybe I'll say it. Sphincter muscle?
No, no. There's two things there. There's a flipper there,
Oh,
and there's
oh,
steel there.
all right. Thank you. Paula says, Papa Oki mineral oil. Well, it's not mineral oil. It is, but it's chopping block oil is specifically. She says not available in the Netherlands.
It is mineral oil.
It is mineral oil.
Mineral.
Yeah, but I was going by what the label.
Baby oil will work as well. That's also mineral oil. Any mineral oil.
I couldn't wait for Eddie to say anything. I had to say it. Put me in the naughty chair.
There we go. So this is.
He's a flying. You needed to find his head again.
Yeah, it is a bit.
Yep, a little bit. Well, I like that paintbrush. Really, seriously, much better than just a.
Uh-oh, that's rather a lot there.
Yep. Uh-oh. Dauber, dauber. Wow.
Ah, well, we've now got a darker colour there. Oh, fun.
You never know. Colleen says she thought it was a camel lying down.
Well, I don't know what it is. It's a Thingalopolis.
A Thingalopolis. There you go. It's a Thingalopolis. Go ahead and try to spell that.
got little tiny tufty bits on his head, and that's his eye.
I see. Yeah, I get where I see over to the right. I've already seen another creature, a flying
Hmm.
odd buzzard type thing. Okay, Paula says she uses baby oil, but is any chopping board mineral oil better? Would
Yeah,
oh,
not don't think it's better. It might have a nicer scent to it. I don't know. Try it out. Have a sniff when if you can get it in a shop and you can go in like I do when I'm buying um fabric softener or shampoo. I take the top off and have a little sniff. See if
I
I
uh
like that
I use a
smell.
generic baby oil. Hey, hi Brad. Brad is here. Hola, Franny says.
Hiya, Brad. I'm playing with animals. It's all right. Where's the flying one you were talking about?
Well, it's the same color and it's right
Right.
there in front of your right above the blue. Right above the blue. See, can't you see my finger? I'm pointing at it, right at it. No, down, down by your other hand. Down by your other hand. Down, down. That's it right there. That could be a buzzard head with a knot on his head. Like like swans get the little knobby on their beak when they're in I don't know what the word is, when they're in heat or season or rut or whatever their bird
Yeah,
word is.
in the mating season. Yeah,
Yeah, in the mating season, when they're feeling frisky, they get so I see a long beak with a little knobby on it. That's the eye.
with a crest on here.
Yep, you're getting it. And the backside kind of wanders off into the octopus.
Yeah, I haven't found the octopus yet. I can see a baby something here.
Well, the octopus is all the weird lines that go off from that centerpiece by the nose of the Thingalopolis.
Yes, yes,
So
okay.
everything off of that is an octopus until you make it something else.
Uh huh. See, the thing is, you don't actually just have to outline something to turn it into something. You can also
There
do
you go.
something else.
Yeah, a,
Let's have a little play with something else, which
a
is what I was thinking of.
spoon-billed pterosaur.
So I've got my color guide somewhere, which I put down somewhere or other.
Oh yeah, you could draw anything within there, make your own shapes. You don't have to follow the outline of the ink, right?
No, you don't have to.
Hi,
But
Ricky.
okay. If I have that, oh, there they are. Here we are. I wanted this. So let's have a look. It doesn't matter what they're called, but I've got this. So let's have a look. I think I want a bit of 28. 28, 24, 5,
I'm
28.
still I'm still amazed that you got such wonderful colors homemade. Truly.
Yeah, it's fun, isn't it?
You did good.
So, so we want a little baby monster down here.
Oh. Are we still using the oak gall to define?
No, we're using the hibiscus.
Oh.
I thought I'd give it a go. I don't know whether I'm going to make a mess with that one. It's a bit blobby there. Let's get rid of that blob. Help define the green a bit. That bit is green already. Which was the darker colour on that one? That was 16. Helps if you don't do that.
Mariah has unlocked the door. Brad is on the loose and he's here watching you. He said
Mm.
he tries to get on, but she keeps him locked up.
I think that comes around there like that.
Oh, Evie
Right.
asked, did you ever try the tea?
The what?
The tea?
Oh, I haven't drunk any yet. No, sorry. I said I wasn't feeling great yesterday, so I
Right.
wasn't about to do anything like that. No, which 16? I want to try 16, 12, 13, 14, 15, 14, 16.
I love hibiscus tea, but no, she hasn't been feeling well the last few days. So,
No, I wasn't going to risk having anything funny,
yeah.
just in case it was even funnier.
By the way, just so you know, my phone goes to bed with me from now on.
Oh, righto. Yes, that was handy. That was
Yep.
glad you were still up.
Yep. But I'm taking it to bed with me because there's just too much going on for you.
I just had a little cri de nerve, as they call it,
Yep.
and I was so glad that Violet was still around. I hadn't gone to bed yet. Of course, I was up from bed and couldn't sleep. So.
Well, and that's what it would have been like, what, was it 3 o'clock in the morning for you?
Something like that.
I got to thinking about it afterwards because I hadn't thought about it. I just thought, well, it's not that late. I wasn't asleep. I was just up there reading. It's like,
Yeah,
but wait a second, what time
I
was it
should have been.
for you? I'm like,
I should have been.
um, better, Paula. Better, of course, better. Colorful, but better. So what are you seeing here? You have to tell me what
Well,
you.
you said octopus, so I'm putting the suckers on.
Oh, well, you knew where I meant.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll put some on here as well.
Well, look at one of the other cards and see of the other sheets and see if you get inspired.
Yeah, I will,
I
because
like
I'll
the
need to let this dry a bit.
Yep. I like the thingalop.
Yeah, Thingalopoulos.
Yeah, that. What you said.
Or it might be a Thingalopoulosaur.
Carla did say above it's well, the other one, not that one, but the other one is a duck-billed.
Of course, that could be teeth, you know. That could turn out to be teeth.
You have such a weird imagination.
I'm just going to put a little eye shape in there.
Oh, like a dragon eye, but not a
Yeah.
dragon.
It will change to blue, this one, because it's blue. It starts out red and it doesn't stay that way. So we'll put some on the baby as well, give him a nice blue eye. It's going to get more than a blue eye with that one. Oh well, it's there now. Let's have a look at the other one then, like you said. I want to do a bit more with the um, oak gall as well. I like the oak gall. So I can get a nice walnut with that black walnut powder. I wonder what colour. I mean, I know it's supposed to be a dark colour like a black or a brown, but depending on how acidic or basic you need to make it to do that, I haven't investigated that so much yet.
Spoonbill.
Oh, is Paula here?
Paula is here.
Oh, Paula, thank you so much for that link you sent me. Wonderful. The lady does workshops, online workshops, so you can get lots of information. And she's in the UK, so she concentrates on UK flowers, which is wonderful. UK sources, so brilliant.
I keep saying it. It's time for you and Ian to go to the zoo, and while you're there, besides looking at animals and critters, you need to see if there's any plants you want to pull a leaf off of.
Yeah. Well, they do have some leaves there. Yeah, indeed.
So if Ian's listening,
He won't be. We'll
No,
be playing on the game in the next room.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let him have that as the end of his crest.
Right. Like you said, you don't have to stay within the definition of the paint. You can put your own defining
Yeah, I
lines.
might get some more paprika or some more um, turmeric and add to the colour. Do another layer because you can see how everything's separated out here. That's the powder that I hadn't strained properly from the mixture. But if you strain it properly, then you might need to use more than one layer to get a decent result. I mean, look at that one. That's beautiful, that bit. Whereas this has got all this speckling. It's rather like skin, isn't it? I think it's
Mhm.
wonderful. I don't know that I want to bother to take it out.
Well, it's like at the bottom of your little flying thingy over there. Thingamanop. Uh-huh. The bottom part of him is got kind of speckly too.
Yes, yes. As if
Like
that part of his skin is that colour. Yes. I
like
love
he's
that. I think
going
it's
in the dirt.
wonderful. It's adding to what I can do, what effects I can get.
Hmm. And Evie asks, how is the avocado coming along?
Did I make avocado or not? I can't remember. It would be near the end of the numbers.
Well, you had it in the freezer,
Yeah,
so I don't know if you
avocado.
ever. You did make it, okay.
Yep. So I've got avocado. Yes, avocado.
Colleen, that's what I said. The depth of color, and some of it is layered. Keep in mind, it's more than one layer of color, but it's still beautiful for homemade.
I mean, I know I added more colour there because you can see how that piece flooded out there over the top of the blue underneath. So yeah,
So we're seeing orange, blue,
yeah.
yellow orange, I guess I would call that.
Well, I use both the turmeric and the paprika on this one. So I've got yellow and orange on there. And I can't remember what the blue was. But did I put a number on that one? Can't remember.
Juniper?
No, I don't seem to have put one on. It looks close to either 15 or 25.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Wasn't it
15 or
juniper?
25.
I'm not sure.
Or
And then
one.
over here you have
No,
the
juniper isn't that colour. Juniper is a brown.
oh,
So one is purple pea. It probably is purple pea. I
mm-hmm.
was using, but that's purple pea, and that one creates more of a purpley blue. That one, so I don't think it's that one. What was the other one? 15 or 25? 15 or 25? 25.
Mariah has a suggestion. You should take
Yes.
pictures of these pieces, these sheets that you've created. You should take pictures and then do one each week to see how they evolve over time.
Uh-huh. It's too late for this one. Done it. We'll have to take a screenshot before I began at the earlier in the what's it? Pea flower. It might be purple pea flower second lot. That's the more bluey one. Or red cabbage and vinegar. It looks a lot like the red cabbage and vinegar actually. That could well be.
Well,
It'll
Ricky,
be
I've told her
one of
that
them.
she needs to keep a diary. She tends to so far she's made these without a diary, just remembering what she did. But a diary needs to be made, or rather than a diary, call it a recipe book.
Yeah, so not just have the recipes on the bottles, but have them also in a little bookie. Because I've got this, but I haven't got the recipes. And this one was done incorrectly. Because I did this one with just grabbing one, number one. I don't know what that one was. 6, possibly. and then number 1, then number 9, then number 20.
Mhm.
Pointless.
Hi,
So I'll have to
Diane.
read this one in the correct order.
Yeah, no, I said all that because Ricky said, "Are we going to see an ink recipe book from Fran?" It would be nice, wouldn't it?
Certainly could do. But these are very simple ones. The one that's been the most different was, I think, the avocado, the red cabbage, and the hibiscus. Those ones, because those I got different colours with different modifiers. I didn't get so much of a different colour with the avocado, but the avocado required quite a lot of boiling, and it was cooked with the baking soda in the pan, whereas the others merely had baking soda put into the um, bottle. The other one of what number was it that had that? 28. Where's 28? I had 28 a minute ago. Did I put it back in? I might have done. 27. Yeah, I put 28 back in. This one, the hibiscus, had the baking soda put into the bottle, and it frizzed up so much that I had to sort of quickly put the lid on and tighten it up so it didn't go everywhere. It did go a bit everywhere. But yeah. So I'm going to give him a little bit of a mouth like that. There we go. He's got a mouth now. So he's got 2 wings. So this is another wing here that you can see from underneath, sort of thing. So it's going off underneath. You can only see a bit of it. And that's the other one there, I think, sort of, possibly, maybe. This is his funny crest with the, I'll put something else there, I think, actually. Let's try a bit of avocado. Because the avocado is quite a nice colour. And you could end up with different colours, putting one colour on top of one you've already got down there, especially if the one you've got down there has got, this has got baking soda. So if I put it down on something that's got vinegar, I might get a quite different result just on the paper. And of course, also, these things, they change over time anyway. So you can put it on the paper. I'm just mixing this one up a bit.
And Mariah says,
it could change over time. Sorry.
Yeah, it
yes.
would be about color tracking. Yeah. And Mariah says, perhaps even seal half of your swatch on the bottle to see how that works over time.
Yes. Well, I want to get a sealer. One of the ones that's mentioned's got an S in it. I'll have to go back and find out where I found out about that. And
the magazine that you got, that you were showing earlier at the beginning of the stream, might give you more. She may give you more info on that.
Maybe, yeah. Be easy if it's in print. I don't have to sort of go trawling through all my last searches and finding out what I was doing. So there we go. So there's some things there. So the other one I was going to have a look at was this one. You can always add some more turmeric and so forth to things. And I've only got a little bit here. I'll put that aside to dry. Well, I don't know what we've got. We don't have to do nature. We can do something completely different.
Abstract.
Exactly.
So turn it this way and that, and see what your eye sees.
I'm just drying my brush a little bit.
I see a big bear eating.
No, I don't want to go to nature, away from nature.
I know
something. Yeah. Okay. And I see a little turtle there, actually. Yeah. So yeah, maybe I shouldn't use that one then.
Yep, we've ruined it.
Yeah, you've ruined it now. Let's try that one. Let's go with that one because there's different markings on that one.
I won't say anything. I'll let you see what you see. I will not influence you.
Oh dear. So if you're going to do something different, and we've got a nice different ink here that will do that, we've discovered. So let's.
Well, I already see a giant pufferfish. I can't help it. I look up at the sky and see clouds, and I see animals within clouds. So that's the where my imagination goes.
Unfortunately, so does mine, it seems.
Oh, this is good. This is good. Keep going. Yes. Colleen said, "There's my color."
Which one?
I don't know.
That one? That's
I,
lovely, isn't it?
yeah.
That's that blue pea with the added powder.
You say blue pea. I keep every time you say pea, I keep thinking butterfly pea.
Yeah, butterfly pea flower.
Okay. All
Same
right.
thing.
Okay. Hummingbird. Yep. And she's gone. I have a hummingbird feeder just outside my window here next to me.
Huh? I guessed.
In upper middle? Upper middle. I do. I see
Upper
one.
middle.
Uh,
Up.
Candy says, "Does anyone see the profile face in upper middle?" I see it. Above right from where you yep, that's it. That's what I
Yep.
see. I don't know if that's what she's pointing
The
out.
reason is that we are humans, you see, and we have been programmed by time to always see faces, whether our own or animals. And we just see them wherever we look, even if they're not really quite all there.
This is true. Usually when you look at something like that, the first thing you see is the face, and then from there you go and see the rest of the body if it's there.
Yeah, that's why you can start with the
Right.
face, put an eye in, and then you have to think about the rest of it a bit more carefully because it was never there.
Eddie is not human. He's alien. Nice to meet you, Eddie. I ain't
He's
scared.
alien, is he? Why does he only see alien faces, not human?
I don't know.
I could believe that. I often see alien faces. Yeah.
We're
So
not
put
always sure we should
flipping eyes in there. But did not mean to.
we're
Was
not
not
always
trying to.
sure we should encourage Eddie. We're just you know let him go his own flow because yeah, there meet you never know. It's more fun that way.
That's quite interesting.
Hi,
I'm
Rhonda.
going to stop it being a person.
So it dries so fast. It's like you don't have to worry about putting your hand down in it, right?
Well, I'm not putting my hand on that, but I might put my hand on that bit. On that bit, I can put my hand on there. That's dry,
Hmm.
but not on these blobs that are shiny.
And which color are you using are you using the oak gall again to
Yeah, I am. Yes, because it's got a lovely sort of dark, liney feel to it, hasn't it?
Oh, that's a shame.
Huh? What?
Tina Turner passed away.
Oh, that is a shame.
Well, 83.
Not bad at all.
Not bad. And we've talked about that. It's pretty darn good.
True, very true.
Oh, way to say it, Eddie. Way to say it. He
Hmm?
said, he says, rest in power, Tina.
Probably rest in Powys.
It says power. So maybe there's well, I like that. So maybe
I mean,
autocorrect.
Powys is Wales. I'm not sure if it's quite where she was coming from, because she was coming from Cardiff Bay, wasn't she? And I
Tina
think Powys.
Turner was, I don't know if we're talking about the same person. She did Proud Mary. She lived
Oh
in
no, that was Shirley Bassey I'm thinking of. Sorry.
Shirley Bassey. That's a different one. No, Tina Turner. She was living in Switzerland. Her home was
Oh
in
right.
Switzerland,
Okay.
but she was an American.
Uh-huh. I don't know what that is, but I like the lines.
I like it too. Keep going.
Just put another load there.
Whatever you see. Well, it's kind of like Tina. I'd say she had a pretty damn good long life, and she made it her own. She took control and made it her own. And if I'm sad about anything, it's that when I'm reminded about when Whitney Houston passed away, because that's a voice that's lost forever.
Yeah, she had a gorgeous voice.
Beautiful voice, except for recordings. Nutbush, yes, that's where Tina was born. So she shared enough of herself, whereas we've missed so much of Whitney Houston, those that were younger. What do you see in there that you're doing that? Is that like ears or just you're just going for it?
I'm just going for it. I'm not seeing anything in particular.
Good for you.
I'm seeing some symmetry, but I'm just playing. There's a little bit of symmetry there, but I'm just maybe this is one of those creatures that comes out of one of those machines in Dune, the one with the navigators.
Did we watch the same Dune? I always thought it was worms.
Yes, but they remember the navigators arrived to talk to the emperor, and they're the ones that use the spice to travel by. They use it as a mind altering substance so that they can twist space and allow ships to transfer from one place to another very, very fast, like a wormhole. So they open a wormhole in space. That's what the
Mhm.
navigators do. I don't think they call them navigators. They're there's another word they use, but yeah, them things that came in that great big machine that went, and then the thing opened up, and there was the creature inside, looking a bit sort of bulbous. I don't know that that's what I'm drawing. I'm just having a bit of fun with it.
Well, and that tells me you've been influenced by the same as because I've read Dune and Isaac Asimov and all of that. Frank Herbert.
Yep.
We've been influenced by the same.
Authors. I'm just playing with patterns at the moment. I'm not actually doing anything more than that.
Very nice. Somewhere back on the other one, you said something about you were going to pull out another color and
Yeah, yeah, that was something I was going to do. Let's find number 7.
layer.
Yeah.
And what you said about some had baking soda, so that if you put another color over it, and then you got that sandy look, that textured look. Oh, vinegar. If you yeah, when you mix it with that. I'm just wishing I'd have been there when you put the baking soda in the vinegar.
Well, my dummy, what did I do that for?
That would have
Sorry,
been
did you?
too much.
I'm going nutty here. So what am I looking for? Number 7. 9 and 7. 9 and 7. What I should have done, instead of putting that on there,
I took you serious,
is
Eddie.
putting
Eddie says,
that on there.
Eddie says what you have there, it looks like a Jean Paul. I'm going to butcher the name, Eddie. Jean Paul Gaultier corset.
Really? That's a
You
bit.
know,
Actually, now you
you
mention
know who he means? Did I say it well enough for you to know?
Paul Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jean-Paul Gaultier, yeah. Designer. Fashion designer.
Colleen said before you put the lines in there on that drawing, she says she thought it looked like her kidneys and bladder. I've not seen my
I think
I've
you're
not
sick
seen
of
your
that.
kidneys and bladder, nor have I seen mine, but I'll take your word for it.
You must be quite unwell. Oh dear. Oh no, awful.
I do the same, Colleen. Fran is like I see anatomical things or bodily things, and she's like, no, no. I'm like, I can't help it. It's that medical background.
It's your human background, not just
No.
medical. Mind you, the organs bit is probably a bit more medical.
Well, if I say
Most humans don't go around seeing body organs.
well, I was gonna say I see kidneys or lungs or gallbladders or appendixes, and we're like,
Hearts. Hearts. I'm just adding blobs here, but I'm going to add some on the paper as well as the coloured bit.
and what color is this again?
This is number 9, turmeric.
Turmeric. Okay.
A
So the
nice,
turmeric
reliable
on
colour. It's
top
one of
of
the strongest.
the is that the butterfly pea that you put it on top of? That's not the butterfly pea, is it?
Might be.
No, I
Might be
don't.
the cabbage. I don't know. I
Oh,
didn't. Did I? 21, 15 plus. Yes, it's 15 plus. So it's the butterfly pea. I think it says plus, so it means I added some powder to it.
baking soda, baking. Yeah.
15 is the butterfly pea, the second lot. Pea flour.
Yep. And I remember the plus was something you added the baking.
Yeah, that was the powder. That was the extra blue pea powder that came in that little pot. This one. Remember?
Yep, I remember.
Yep, that's the one. Don't want to knock it
Yeah,
over.
you knocked something over.
hmm Still using the turmeric. Some nice little spots here, there, and everywhere. So I think now, don't want any more of those. Oh, nearly put that on it again.
So this is so if you did, let's just say this technique that you're using, if you created splotches and abstracts on the gel plate when you use the gel plate with different colors and whatnot, and then you got something like this, then you could come back and doodle all over it. I know P's been cutting out flowers and leaves and whatnot and putting. She did a great job yesterday, by the way,
hmm
with using that. Um, yeah, you could define shapes and add to it. Come back and add to it later, and then cut it out, and you've got put yourself
Yeah.
together a
Well,
puzzle.
I've done that before with gel prints, but I used a Posca pen to do that.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
But you can do
exactly.
it with. You probably wouldn't get a great effect with this unless you turn this into an acrylic, and you can do that. I've seen recipes for doing that. I can't remember where I saw it, so I shall have to have another look and go back and find out. Well, I'm sure I did. Put some different shapes on. Right, I've had enough of that. Oh, nearly did that again. I'm going to go back to the butterfly pea and add some more to this.
I wish I could. I'm looking for a video that I can post. I don't know what to call it. So if I'm quiet, it's because I'm over here doing that.
Okay.
You just amuse everyone while I go look
I'm
up.
just adding little splotches of this in this area. And they do say to be careful of your ferrule. The metal of the ferrule could react with your ink as well. So, but I'm only playing, so I'm not really bothered at the moment. Perhaps if I get a bit more serious, I might become bothered. But I'm adding some on top of this so that I can get some more colour layers. Why not? Yeah, just to increase what we've got where there's nothing much going on. I'm adding a bit more and a bit more to that, pooling it so that it's got something to dry and create ridges around the edges with any luck, like we've got round here. Because that's what creates different patterns, and we don't want all blobs to be round, so we'll elongate some shapes a bit. So now I've got those large areas of dampness. You can see how it's already starting to do something here, soaking in quite nicely. But now that I've got those there, I think I need to take the paper away and go back to another one, or start again or something, because it needs to dry a bit. But I do like that, whatever the heck I've decided it is, corset or whatever. I think it looks more like a sort of undersea thing with fronds, and this is the sort of coral here with little things growing up, and I don't know, maybe.
Okay, Paula has a question. I don't know if anyone answered it. So I'm back going through chat. She has a question. Pabeo Iridescent Rich Gold 350. Any good?
Pabeo.
Iridescent Rich Gold. Hi, Miriam.
No.
Okay, Brad. Brad's got to go get Izzy. Bye. Hi, Kylie.
I was wondering because I wasn't so convinced by this one. It says gold imit, which I think stands for imitation. So I'm not sure about that one, but that's not Pabeo, that's Graduate Dalarani. So it wasn't that one. That's why I was looking, you see.
Okay, and what I went looking for is squirrel. I was processing what P did yesterday. I was so fascinated by it that I wanted to try it.
Yeah.
About a year ago, I watched. There you go. Go ahead.
I'm going to have a little play with it.
Okay.
I'll put some on here. I think it looks okay to myself, but I've obviously used it, look, quite a bit. I don't remember that I had any problem with it. I think it's probably fine.
Well, let's see. A good answer for Polly. If you have it, you can show her. About a year or so ago, I tend to follow Aunt Beck, or Becky from Aunt Beck's Creations. I love watching her craft. So I went and found the video from about a year ago where she made a canvas of Tippy, one of her cats. She has three. Oh, she has more than three cats, but she has three. Um, and then her son lives there, and he has one or two. I can't recall. But anyway, I'm going to post a link because what she did, this is the finishing of what she did. And I thought it was just incredible. She's so talented. You have to go see what she did with scraps of paper, and it came to me while I was watching P yesterday, the way she made the flowers and the leaves and put together almost like a mosaic.
I'm going to have a little more play with that one. I'm
Yeah,
just liking this dagger, the action of the dagger very much.
so
I've
am I.
also got this one, which I haven't tried yet, so I might try a bit of that just to see what happens. You better see the ink better with that colour as well. Oh, I've got quite a lot of ink in that. It's a long one, you see.
Yeah.
It's I think I must have got this from Jackson's or Lawrence. I'm not sure, but I think Jackson's most likely.
Well, and the other thing I was gonna ask you, not to dirty up your pen, but I was wondering if you were gonna use your pen to do some marks there, some mark making, because it's
Well, I
so.
can.
I just wondered,
Yeah, I can. I'm just going to do a bit of this first. If I can get the right angle.
and not put your hand in anything wet.
Yeah.
Tiger lily. What's tiger lily? What do you see there? Look at how
I don't
tiny the
know.
dots are with that brush. Mine would just blur together.
And you'd have to be re-dipping a lot. That's the great thing about a really long brush. That's why riggers are always so long, so they can hold a lot of
Oh,
paint.
yeah.
And it makes a slightly different mark if you hold it a slightly different way. And if you run out of ink as well,
Hmm.
it makes a different mark.
Yeah, I figured it out, Evie. I love what she did. I just loved watching her put it all together with the and defining the leaves and the flower petals and that and putting it together. Oh, look at you go. It's a feather. It's a furry feather. Or not.
Possibly, might be. I don't know. It can do what it likes.
I had asked Monday. I had during the stream. I had asked Mariah would could I if I could figure out how to make the spiral seashell with tatting for her journal, and she liked that idea. Well, I'm struggling with it. I am seriously struggling with it, but I found a pattern, more than one pattern for tatted seahorses, so I may make that instead.
Ah,
That would go in
right.
a journal.
So I think basically it doesn't matter what you see, whether it turns out to be an octopus or a gun or a feather or anything you like. It's just a question of having a play, really. You can do this with other inks, but I like the paleness of these. God, can you hear me saying that? I like pastelness of these. Ah, what a terrible thing to say. But there
Well,
we are. So I like it because you can layer the colours up and you can get a different effect with adding different colour or more of the same colour, like we did on that one. See, I'm beginning to get edges around here that weren't there, a bit more detail in this area. So I think this is pretty neat.
and one of the things you didn't do that I was going to ask you about, yes, Miriam, it would be convenient art because I'm not quite getting the I don't have a pattern for the spiral shell. I just saw a picture and I figured I could figure it out, but I'm not doing so well. I love tatting though. One of the things with that you haven't done yet with this coloring with these inks, and I've seen it done. I thought it was with inks, maybe it was with sprays or dyes or whatever, and it probably was Sharon that did it. Is to put it down and then put salt on it and see where it goes.
Actually, now you mention that. Now I had a paper pad that I wrote some things down on. I don't know whether I've got it available, but I
It's
wrote down
therapy to me, Rhonda.
it's
It's
like not just salt, but to try little bits of vinegar here and there on some colour you'd already put down,
oh, like
because that would change it. Yeah,
with the
and
pipette, like kind of drop it like that or splatter it or
little,
something.
little bit of the baking soda.
Okay,
And
okay.
there was some other things I wrote down that I can't remember now, but yeah, I'll have to find them. And little notes I made.
I think it was Sharon that I saw, and I probably saw more than one person, but it's what I saw Sharon do. Maybe sprinkle salt down or something and watch it move.
Yeah. Well, you do that with watercolor, so it will have a similar effect, but it may have a different effect with these because they've got different ingredients in them,
Yep.
like the vinegar and the um, baking soda, and on other ones, things like alum or what they call copperas, or other things.
Yeah, Rhonda. Yeah, it's an old watercolor trick. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I was curious with these homemade colors. Patty Tolly, maybe that's who I saw do it, Paula, because yeah, that's probably who I saw do it. Because now I can't think, does Sharon even do work with watercolors? She's mostly inks and sprays and acrylics. I bet it was Patty that I saw.
Hmm. I'm going to leave that because I don't want to disturb that too much. It's looking quite nice, blobby and all. So I think I'll leave that for now. Gosh, I've got a really dark colour in that water now. Mostly black.
So that'll be an ink color on its own.
And I think before we completely stop, I just want to go back to these. And I just want to do that trick again.
The powder.
Yep, the powder.
You need your little metal spoon that I've seen you use. It's even smaller than that.
I'm going to put it in all of them, just in those.
Instant coffee granules. Yeah, they may take over with
Yeah,
the brown. They may
that would be fun, wouldn't it? You could put a pool of water down and just put the coffee into the pool of water.
yeah, I've done that with paper to color paper. Just sprinkle coffee granules down and then just spritz it with water and see where it goes.
Hmm.
But I'm really liking these colors. Coffee is brown. That's it. That's what I get. Light brown, darker brown, mud. I'm like
Yeah,
I'm liking the difference in colors you've achieved here with the turmeric and the
yeah,
butterfly pea, the
yeah.
junipers, the berries.
The avocado and the hibiscus. I'm going to put a
Well,
bit more avocado on here, I think.
and I know you have it, but you got to remember to get those berries out and crush them.
Uh huh.
See if you can
What
get
berries out? Oh, the
the
pink. I've thrown those out, and I'll use a fresh lot because I'll probably get more out of a fresh lot anyway.
yeah, crush them up. Get your little grinder or whatever out that we talked about, your food grinder, and crush them, and then
Yeah, I can find it. I know where it used to be when we had the kitchenette upstairs, but now, oh, goodness knows, in a big bag somewhere, I expect. Oh, well, we've got one joining in down there.
okay, Kylie.
This is the avocado, which I think is that one. Whoops.
So it's
Oh, that's
actually so when you made the avocado again, you cook the whole thing down. The you crush
yeah.
the pit.
Well,
Ian,
not exactly crushed, but hammered it a bit with a lump hammer.
yeah, Ian did, and through that and the peel in the pot.
Yep, all together in the pot. So I'm going to add some to that green to see what happens with it. Trying not to get the green back in the bottle of
Oh,
the
there's
avocado.
a lot.
Ink.
Um, so Diane said um, she did up some Epsom salts and ground up eggshell concoction for her tomato plants. They love it. Oh, I have to do that.
Or you
Paul,
can make what with ground up eggshells in this fashion.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that might be interesting to try. I'll have to start saving eggshells now.
So
You
Paula
know,
has a question.
yeah,
Apricot kernels.
yes, probably. Wait a minute, apricot kernels. I wouldn't. I think apricot kernels are the ones that um, contain cyanide. You've got to be careful what's inside some of these things.
Well,
I'm
she
not sure,
said,
but check it. Check it. Look it up because
okay,
some of the fruits can have poisonous things in that, and you want to be so careful using things like that. You really do. I mean,
yeah,
think some of the things you use, oh, you grow in the garden, like bluebells, are poisonous to humans, but we grow them in the garden. It's just don't go out and eat them, you know. And if you're going to make things with them, check first. Look it up. See what's in there. See if there are any safety issues with it. That's my advice.
okay,
Check first.
Candy. Thank you for being here. Rhonda says,
Okay.
Griffin Shale says apple seeds are a no-no too. She thinks.
Yeah, yeah. Although some people just eat the whole apple, apple seeds and all, but the amount in them is extremely tiny. But if you're going to take, I don't know, 40 tons of apples and take the seeds from the 40 tons of apples and then crush them up to make something, you could have a bit of a problem with that many, you know? So again, be careful.
Two
I mean,
two
at the
things.
moment I'm using things that you would eat, but you wouldn't eat them with baking soda in them. So be careful of that as well. But yet
During
you put soda in cakes and things like that, don't you? In cooking, you use it in cooking. So
right.
yeah, you don't know what it's reacting with. You don't know what might be happening. So take care. Check. Look it up. Ask an ink dyer, one that's been doing it for a long time. So these people that do lessons, which is what I'm thinking to do because Paula very kindly sent that link to somebody in the UK that does lessons. I would love to find out more on the chemical background of things a bit, you know, enough to. I don't want to do an entire course on it. I did chemistry at university, but it would be interesting to find out a bit more and to have a bit more knowledge about the safety of things as well. So yeah, you know, another thing you can do when you've done this, you can get your spray of water and spray a bit on and see what happens there. I'm not going to do that with this one because I'm quite liking what's happening.
Yeah.
So, but that's, I just thought it's another thing you can do. See what happens. Right. Well, I'm going to put this one away to dry. It might be quite intense in some places. Look at the way it's made a sort of brown with that mix there. Interesting.
And in the wintertime, especially during the Christmas near the Christmas season, I usually have oranges and I'll have Russ eats them mostly and I'll have him save the peels for me and I put them in a pot of water sometimes just to cook them on the stove, a low simmer just to get the smell in the house. And then
It's
I
lovely.
throw out
Yeah.
the water and it never occurred to me that I've seen the water, it's got a color to it. And it never
Uh-huh. Well, there you go.
see.
That's something to think about next time.
Or cinnamon, I'll put a little bit of cinnamon in some water and let that simmer on the stove, and that turns a color.
Uh-huh.
So, and right now we have a bag of cuties of mandarins on the counter, and he's going to start saving me the peels because I'm going to make, I usually save them to make zest, the oranges, but I'm going to start, I'm going to make myself a batch of color. So we have to talk about all these beautiful little goodies you have sitting here.
Oh, I've got to investigate these now. I don't know why I bought them. I sort of was looking for something in particular, and I thought, oh look, what else have they got? Oh look, they've got so. Oh, I must see what that is and find some of this purple moss and try that out. Myrrh. Oh, I've got frankincense. I wonder what myrrh does. Get some of that. So I've got to now investigate what these do and what you do with them. I know that licorice is something that people used to have in their garden, and they would make sweets out of the licorice, and it was always a slightly odd shape because it was homemade. And people also used to get caramel, and when we were young, we used to have honeycomb, and the honeycomb wasn't like you get in a crunchy. It was this big chunky thing because the woman made it in a pan, Swiss roll type pan, that kind of thing.
Yes, yes.
She just mixed it with the baking soda, and that's what made it go foof, with all those bubbles in it.
Mm-hmm.
And we used to have these big chunks that sometimes could be a bit hard to crunch when we were kids. That was great fun. You don't see that anymore. So anyway, this is what I'm going to be doing next. I should be investigating these, looking through the nice books, seeing what interesting things there are in there, and looking more into the lady that does the workshops and see what else. I know there's one that does some in Bristol, but you've got to actually go there, so that's not quite so easy.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I will look up all these and see what I think. I've got a lot on my plate at the moment, so I might not be able to do some of these things until I'm a bit freer and we don't have all the things happening in the house.
Mm-hmm.
But in the meantime, this has been great fun, and I will try some other things. I will look up Alexander's, see if I can get anything out of those, or at least try some if I can't find out about them. And we'll see what happens. Okay? I'm about done now. Are you coming back? Are you there?
I'm coming back. I'm clicking on buttons trying to get me back. Oh, there it is. I was there. I was listening. Here I am.
Yeah. Right. We have had a lot of fun. I'm going to redo that.
It's always fun to have you guys here with us.
Well, hope that Violet has some interesting seahorses next time.
I think I will give that one a try because the seashell. I'm not giving up on the seashell. I don't give up. It's just I need to.
You need a bit more time to figure it out. Yes.
Well, like you, I've been a little distracted the last few days, so it's hard to focus on something so new. So
yeah,
the seashell, the seahorse looks easy, whereas the seashell, I have to think it out. But that's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Doing the seahorse might help you figure out the seashell.
You never know. They've got similar design. Yep. Yes, everyone hit the thumbsy upsies. We appreciate it. And if you get a chance, head over to Aunt Bex to that link. Here it is again to Aunt Bex and see what she did making her kitty picture. It's just incredible. I just love what she did there. Thank you, Mariah, for being here, and Colleen and Carla and Belinda and Rhonda and Miriam
and everybody.
And Anne.
Mariah, Patricia, I loved those flowers you were doing yesterday. Yes, gosh, it was only yesterday.
Yep.
Yeah, I did see a bit of them, and they're coming on so beautifully. They really are looking excellent. They didn't look anything much to begin with, and then suddenly they're looking. It's understanding the little detail, the little bits you start with, and building up and creating something impressive. Really, I think that's fabulous.
I do too.
Okay. We are done. We are saying bye-bye now. So are we ready? I'm ready.
I'm in charge of the button, so I'm over here. And thank you, everybody. Bye. See you,
everybody. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.